Hey everybody, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandango the Finally Unfeathered. In real life, I write the Black Knight Chronicles light urban fantasy series, the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter dark urban fantasy series, and the Bubba the Monster Hunter comedy horror series, the most recent of which, Blaze of Glory, is available now. So get out there, and after you buy your tickets to Authors and Dragons Con, get my book.
Hi, I'm Joseph Brassie. I play the role of the barbarian formerly known as Bor Bjorgsson. I was an author on the Mongoliad books. My novel Skyfarer and Dragon Road can be found from Angry Robot Books, and I'm the author of such non-existent titles as Wisdom Wank, How Not to Pull Your Pecker Off.
Hey everyone, my name is Rick Wilteri, and though I may still be an Italian stallion, Silas Kane no longer is. In real life, I write such books as The Tome of Bill, Bill of the Dead, Hybrid of High Moon, and False Icons with my co-author Ari Carr. Speaking of which, our newest collaboration, Sins of the Past, a Bill of the Dead False Icons crossover, is available now. Go check that out. It's 2 series for the price of 1.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevin. Once again, I play the role of the notorious rogue, Klaus Richter. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy short novels and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. I also write many of the Shingles series, including the last one, Whiz Kid, and the upcoming Pearls Before Swine. Go check those out.
Hi there, I'm Steve Weverill, and I play Brandon Firemaster, briefly a perfect puma, now stretching his perfect human legs once again. In real life, I write the Doomsayer Journeys with Falstaff Books, and the Totally Legend of Brandon Firemaster, and Brandon Firemaster, and some other guys. So go and check those out if you haven't already.
Ahoy, mateys! I be Drew Hayes, no longer shit ringmaster of a shit circus, but once more overseeing a shit ship upon the shit seas. And that was actually a weird tongue twister that I was not expecting. In real life, I write books such as NPCs, Fred the Vampire Accountant, Secondhand Curses, and Villain's Code, the latest of which, Bones of the Past, is available in ebook and audiobook. And when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they had once more become intrepid adventurers, rather than a motley collection of animals. And while their gremlin has fallen over horrifically sick, he's oozing, and it's not pretty. They have regained Brand Egg, gotten some fun little tattoo abilities for their trouble, and set out upon the open seas, heading to adventure and perhaps to find out how to hatch Brand Egg. So, as you all begin sailing off from the island, you have, I guess, time to do what you would like upon the ship. So, does anyone have anything they would like to immediately do as you are setting sail?
Bjorg is just reveling in the air upon his glorious barbarian body. He is at the prow. I'm going to put him at the prow of the ship, furiously. He's Leonardo DiCaprioing it. He's the king of the world.
We've been playing with Klaus for too long. When you said furiously, I was sure the next word was going to be masturbating.
Yeah, same.
Speaking of Klaus masturbating, is there a crow's nest upon this ship?
I believe this ship still has a crow's nest, yes.
Alright, I'd like to join the Mile High Club.
I don't think you can do that by
I think
yourself.
you're going to need a taller crow's nest.
I'm pretty sure you need another person to join the Mile High Club.
I shall prove you wrong, sir.
I'm not going to dig in on that point. I'm just going to say you're not a mile up in
That's
the
not
air.
the Mile High Club. That's jerking off in a bathroom.
Fandango wants to go to the front of the boat and play Kate Winslet with Bjorg.
Well, at least he's got something to masturbate to now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I got something to watch now.
I mean, look, don't go too far, pal, but the size differential is probably about right. Oh, no, wait. Kate Winslet's probably taller than
DiCaprio, yeah.
Leo.
Brandon Firemaster's not going to eat, just going to enjoy having his body back. Do all kinds of exercises that involve having human limbs.
More to watch.
After a couple of minutes of looking at the water, I want to go take a long rest so I can recharge all my spells.
And while they're all distracted with that, Silas will approach Toreg and baptize him in the ways of Toreg.
God, is everybody whacking off?
I was gonna say you're gonna jerk off on the egg.
Now that involves more boiling water.
I'm now really nervous standing this close to Bjorg. I mean, only kinda.
Silas baptizing Toreg in the ways of a Toreg probably just involves beating the egg. But when that does sound like a euphemism for masturbation,
Yep.
so here we are, come full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way out of this now.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
We're permanently stuck in some kind of masturbation oubliette.
The jizz loop.
The entire deck is difficult terrain.
There's a salty spray in the air, and it's not just because we're on the ocean.
Oh, God. It is funny that just the picture of like, hey, we all got turned back to humans. Just everybody like shares a knowing glance and walks off to different corners of the boat to jerk off for the first time in a week.
Pig noises.
Hey.
Before I climb up, I'd like to make some markings on the deck, like measurements for away from the crow's nest.
Oh, Jesus,
This
fuck.
makes me nervous as hell.
Just to see how far I can shoot.
God damn it!
So,
I fucking knew it.
do you have anything that would allow you to measure or leave marks upon the deck, like a chalk or anything like that in your inventory?
Oh, I know. Jerk off first on the deck, then go jerk off again in the crow's nest.
Don't fucking encourage him.
I've got a dagger. I can leave little marks. That'll be more permanent.
And again, do you have anything to measure with?
I have my member.
No.
It is the most reliable tool he owns.
All right, I've got a sword. I've got sword length. How many sword length?
I guess, Klaus, make me an attack with your dagger to try and gouge a slash into the deck.
I'm not trying to sink the ship. I'm just trying to leave little marks. Okay.
You still have to break through the hardness of the material.
You have to not kill yourself.
Yeah, look, it's their term, all right?
All right. Will a 23 do?
Yeah, yes, that will do. All right, you are able to leave a slash at the first sword length.
Shall I keep going?
That's up to you.
Yeah, all right. Second sword length, 15.
All right, you can leave a slash a second sword length away. Roll me a dexterity check.
25.
All right, you do a good job of ignoring the swaying of the rocking boat as you're trying to lay a sword down on wood and, carve a little notch and everything. But you are a rogue, and you are like, I don't give a shit about any of this, man. I got it.
Take that, Charles Darwin. This is what science really looks like.
All right, I'm gonna do one more, and if I shoot beyond that, then good for me. 22.
All right, that'll hit. Dexterity check. Save again.
It is amazing how well you hit when you're attacking an inanimate object.
Yeah.
Well, he's not taking the sharpshooter feat.
14.
Okay, this one is not quite as precise. The sway kind of wiggles a little, but it's fairly accurate.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to compete, then we can work on this again. But really, I'm just trying to see beat my own best.
Emphasis on beat.
Wow.
Okay, so one thing we have to establish real quick before you get into the crow's nest. Here we go.
Is there a below decks on this
Which
boat?
direction did you carve your sword links in?
I'm gonna
It
go
would have to be north or south.
south because that's got the most blank space there.
Okay. So,
Easier to find the mark.
Brandon will move to the north of the boat.
Yeah.
and to answer your question, yes, there is very much a below deck. Y'all have cabins there and everything.
I'm going there.
Our drippy goblin friend is down there at the moment.
Our drippy rogue friend is up here.
Yeah, he kind of fell over and just started gooing all over the place.
That'll also give me a little more distance if the boat's moving.
The wind, man. The wind.
Which way is the wind blowing? Can I determine that?
Right.
I was waiting for someone to ask that.
It's not
yeah.
blowing below decks. Bye.
So it's very simple. It's a D8. So 1 is north, 2 is northeast, 3 is east, southeast, south, southwest, west, and so forth.
6.
6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The wind is blowing to the southwest.
I am upwind of Klaus, and that is where I wish to remain. It occurred to me, I was thinking about stuff we could do with our goblin friend, and because he's supposed to be translating what we have on the egg, and I was hoping he could sort of tell us whether it's a good idea to throw the egg in a volcano or not, but I assume he's not going to be able to do that.
I mean, you can ask.
Oh, that would require going near him.
And has he actually been useful since we met him?
No, that's true.
I mean, as much as any of us have.
Bjorg, what kind of condition was Gordon in when you put him below deck? Did you see him compass mentis? Or just sticky?
As far as I know, no one has moved him below deck. We ended the game kind of when he fell over and started gooping all over the place.
Oh, did we just, ignore him?
Okay, then Silas will drag him about over here.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Silas is an asshole.
On Klaus's third marking. Just leave him there.
And this one is going to be disadvantage.
13.
Okay. You are only able to drag him 5 feet as he's let loose a lot of goop. He's pretty slippery right now. It is not pretty.
Well, then it's not a big deal to to move him into Klaus's line of fire.
No, I'm just saying you are having that hard of a time holding a grip on him and pulling. It's just it's like a greased goblin. I mean, except that's not grease on his hand.
Does anybody have a boat hook I could use?
I'm not getting involved. I mean, clearly he's sick. Clearly somebody else other than Silas should be taking care of him, but at the same time, it's pretty gross.
Yeah. Silas, roll me a dexterity save.
+3, so that's 21.
All right, you take half splash. The violent projection from Gordon lands on you, but you are able to dart mostly away.
I know we've started in a weird place. Are you talking about vomit here, or...?
Vomit, yeah,
okay,
vomit.
good, right.
So 1 point of acid damage from his stomach acid.
Oh, God.
I do worse. I do worse than that most nights.
Yeah. It's not the only thing that came out of him during that, but it's the only thing that was pointed in your direction.
That's one more point of damage than he did on that fucking island.
Does anyone have anything else they would like to do while Silas is getting gooped on and Klaus is climbing the crow's nest?
Downstairs, sleeping.
All right.
You guys are so lazy. I'm the only one doing anything useful.
For certain definitions of useful.
I'm moving a target into place.
Wow.
I'm regaining all my spells.
Gordon's out in the fresh air, and I'm not near him. I think that's probably all we can do for him right now, so Brandon Firemaster will just keep an eye out, looking in any direction away from the boat.
All right. Silas, I will say you can do one more dex check before Klaus has reached the crow's nest.
Screw it. I'll go downstairs and I'll go below decks and start berating Torag in the ways of Torag.
All right.
If you wake me up, I'm throwing a firebolt at your asshole. Just putting it out there.
You hear a few splats as you walk by, as Gordon is definitely letting loose more goo.
It's depressing, but you know something? I'll go below decks so it doesn't depress me anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's depressing, but it's also kind of downwind from me.
Indeed. Silas, roll me a Constitution save.
All right.
And do not add any of your Paladin bonuses.
Nat 20.
All right. You feel a faint dizziness kind of wash over you as you go downstairs, but it passes quickly, and you're like, fucking shape-changing bullshit.
Wait, do I think that possibly has religious overtones?
Not with the 22. It barely felt like anything. It just sort of felt like you have had a long day.
Oh man, I feel like shit. This must be a religious experience.
I mean, that is historical.
But you're Silas, so I mean,
yeah.
You do tend to take every stub of the toe as a religious experience. I can't tell you how you interpret the pain. I can only tell you the severity.
I will think better of my actions, and I will go up and drag Gordon below decks with me to take care of him as I'm berating Torag.
You still have to roll me dex checks
All
to
right.
drag him. He's still gooey, man.
Let me hold on. Let me see if I have anything that can help me here.
I'll be so happy if this is how Silas dies.
Tending the sick and weak. I don't know, man.
No one would see it coming. Speaking of,
I
Klaus,
was-
you reached the top of the crow's nest.
Silas Kane gets fucking canonized.
I'll see if I can use my fish trident to help me.
Does your fish trident have any...
It's like barbed and stuff. I could kind of like use it to like push him with,
There we go.
like a rake.
Gotcha.
Carry him like a meatball.
You know what happens when you push someone with a trident? You impale them.
It's called a stabbing.
Yeah, it's slowly.
Not if they're covered with viscous goo.
It's called marinara.
Jesus
I guess
fuck.
give me that dex check still. Let's just see how this goes. Are you using your hands or using your trident?
Use my hands.
All right.
Everybody's
Well,
giving me
18,
shit.
18 is enough to drag him, we'll say 15 feet.
All right, like I said, I'll try dragging him below decks so I can maybe put a blanket on him and be like, there, it'll be okay.
All right, well, you've gotten him out of the Klaus range, so we'll just let you kind of do that as time, whatever time is required to pull that off. So, Klaus, God, I every time we do this, I swear I don't remember what it was, but I want to say Constitution.
Yeah, I think it was Constitution.
That feels like the most appropriate we're going to get with something this inappropriate.
Alright.
Yeah, let's say Constitution. Are you trying to
Sorry.
finish or start?
Well, I figure we got time. I might as well take it slow. Trying to start
Okay,
with an 8.
so your goal for this one is not to finish quickly. It is to finish, let's say, passionately, for greater projection.
Wow.
Is that an appropriate interpretation
Yes.
of this?
And if you recall on the last episode, I have been holding back a bit. So
Oh, no, I understand.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just sort of trying to figure out what Klaus is trying to do so I can assess the appropriate roles.
well, yeah, passion because I'm going for distance.
Right, so you're not trying to fire immediately. You're trying to sort of build a momentum.
Yeah.
Would that be an appropriate
Yes.
understanding?
Yes.
All right. Okay, then what we're going to do for these, you're fine for this one because you're literally just starting. We're going to do sleight of hand for your, let's say, building of momentum, and then Constitution to see how capable you are of not firing before you're ready.
Hang on, Joe. Let me. Jesus Christ.
I don't need to.
You can roll for anything in D&D, and that is a blessing and a curse. All right, sleight of hand. Bob,
Coming up.
I should have gotten more beer.
25.
Wow.
Jesus
All right.
fucking Christ.
You are off to an outstanding start. You have, let's just say you've begun momentum, and you have raised the difficulty of your next Constitution check.
Wait.
Because, of course, as you... Well, I don't have to explain this part.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think you should have to explain this.
I don't want him to explain this
Yeah,
part.
maybe. But I'm not gonna.
no.
I don't understand.
Bob, give me a Constitution check. And I would not get below a 10.
Well, I would. I got an 8.
Ooh.
Really missed that body, huh?
Let's see your sleight of hand. Let's see how good you're doing on the second round.
23.
Oh, man. No, I'm sorry. Your own talent kind of worked against you. So, Klaus, you have not been human for a while, and as you said, you have been saving up. So, it's sort of you're too good at what you're doing, and it's been too long, and you just fire. So,
Make it rain.
we're gonna give you a D. How many rounds did you make it? 2. Okay, we're gonna give you a D4, and for feet.
2.
Okay, approximately 2 feet. However, that translates to sword lengths. Out is where you land. Well, not you, but
That's-
part of you.
That's a good thing. That gives me an easy goal for next time. Always be improving. That's the Klaus motto.
That's the spirit.
army is for closers.
So let me ask a question. Is Gordon sick or is he poisoned, maybe?
Who are you asking?
Well, okay, I'll examine him. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll expend 5 lay on hand points to neutralize poison on him, and then I'll expend 5 more to neutralize disease on him.
Gordon is not cured, but his symptoms do mitigate. It seems like
wash him first?
Honestly, it would have been a Sisyphusian task at the rate the goo was coming out. The goo slows down, his shaking slows down. He is still unconscious and not looking great, but the more severe symptoms have been mitigated.
You're welcome.
That was a very funny noise.
And then turn to Toreg, and be like, and if you weren't scum in the eyes of Tor, you'd be able to do this too.
Oh, it's turning into a learning experience.
All right, did anyone have anything else they wanted to do as y'all are setting sail?
No, just keep an eye out.
Okay. Well, roughly 1 hour later, Silas was below deck, as was Fandango. Brandon and Klaus were above deck. Bjorg, where did you end up?
I was still at the prow of the ship.
Still at the prow of the ship. Okay. Brandon, Bjorg, and Klaus, give me perception checks.
Brandon rolls a 12.
Klaus is understandably distracted. He rolls a 7.
Bjorg rolls a 17.
Very nice. All right, so you are all sailing out a different way than you sailed in, because you are not going back where you came from. You're going to a new island. So this path has kind of been starting off slow. You kind of had to stay close to the island, skirting around some reefs and stuff. And as you are sort of angling toward the greater open ocean, you all start noticing that there's a lot of rock formations blocking your way. And the boat is sort of sailing toward what looks like a gap between them, some that you could get through. However, you notice that it starts to slow. And so everybody can get the rocks. They're very apparent. It's an ocean. It's not hard to see. Brandon and Bjorg, you can notice that the gap between those rocks appears blocked off by some sort of wreckage. And Bjorg, with your 17, you can see it looks like some chunk of a ship that has gotten wedged in there.
Huh. There's a ship that's been wedged between rocks.
Ha! No way we'll end up like those losers. I mean, honestly, if this looks like we're coming to some sort of shipwreck cove, I don't think I'd know what to do if that's the case anyway. I'm not going to admit that out loud, but...
Well, maybe we should anchor and search the wreckage for booty or survivors or whatever.
That sounds like a great idea. I was totally thinking that.
So yeah, the ship slows and comes to a stop as it's just kind of sitting there, unable to progress forward on the path that has been laid in. So if y'all would like to continue sailing, something has to be done.
Okay, this seems like an excellent way to exercise the old human body, or the young and toned human body. Who's up for lifting some wood? Not you, Klaus. Not like that.
We could burn it.
Oh, we should at least see who's over there. There might be people who need help.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't appreciate being on fire just yet. Maybe we check it out,
I don't think they'd be in.
then burn it. I think, I'm fairly confident we can't set the ocean on fire, so I'm happy to go with the Klaus approach this time.
Should we at least check out and see if there's anyone there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we want to loot it.
I guess Silas and Fandango, you can both roll me perceptions to see if you heard Bjorg yell about the ship from your positions downstairs.
Or if we maybe felt the ship stop.
Yeah, that too.
Silas gets an 8. He's pretty preoccupied screaming at Toreg.
Fandango gets a 12.
12 is enough to notice that the ship has suddenly come to a stop.
Shut up, Silas. The ship stopped moving. That means we go upstairs and find out why the ship stopped moving.
All right. One last thing to Toreg. Think about why you're inadequate.
You sit there and think about why you're an egg.
As he stomps off, I kind of kneel down to Tori. It's okay, bro. He's an asshole. You're a great egg. It's cool.
Oh, that might be the most positive thing that's ever been said on this podcast.
I would give the egg fucking bardic Oh wait, I do get bardic inspiration back because I at least had time for a short rest.
You did get a short rest.
Fuck it, I'm gonna give Brand Egg a bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration as parenting skills. That's a good one.
Well, I mean, shit. Poor guy just got yelled at a lot. And
Yeah.
loud. I should know. He fucking woke me up. Alright. We're up.
I could have used that.
All right, head up deck and see what's interrupting my berating.
Y'all can give me perceptions. Fresh ones.
Silas gets another 8.
Fandango gets a 21.
Silas sees rocks and a hunk of wood. Vandingo sees a chunk of a ship that has kind of floated into this gap of the rock formation and wedged in place.
Oh. I see what's going on. You guys want me to blow that shit up?
We were going to do the check the survivors before setting it on fire.
Yes, we must see if anyone is alive.
Yes, yes.
I'm
survivors.
gonna go ahead and ask for Fandango to either give me a knowledge a nature or an arcana check.
Okay. I'll do...
Dealer's choice.
I'll do Arcana, because...
All right.
Natural 1!
All right. You see no problems with your plan. Okay.
Natural 1. Fire good.
I mean, yeah. Look,
Yeah.
Fireball will go off underwater, so...
Well, let's put that in the wait till we're not near the wreckage playbook.
You turned into a chicken and you stopped being a cat.
Well, should we form a boarding party? Landing party? Let's have a party.
Do we have a dinghy? Do we have like a?
You guys do have access to a rowboat within your general ship.
All right, well, let's row over there, find any survivors, convert them,
Steal their shit.
and then leave them to their fate.
Find any survivors, convert them, explode them, job done.
Steal their shit.
Turn them to God, send them to God. Rinse and repeat.
Seems reasonable.
Okay, get in the boat.
Should somebody maybe stay behind to make sure, I don't know, Gordon doesn't steal the boat or so?
That's a good point.
And Bjorg is getting in the boat as well.
Yeah, you all can fit in the boat. It's cramped. You're not happy about it, but you can do it.
No,
Toot toot.
I don't think Gordon can steal the boat because it's like our magic boat. It only goes where we tell it to.
Okay, I know you just moved the boat for map purposes, but that was fucking hilarious because I envisioned it speedboating across the.
Yeah, that was
I
kind of
mean,
great.
yeah.
Vroom, vroom.
got a barbarian of the bear rowing. It probably is like a speedboat.
We're there.
We're here.
All right. At this point, I think we would be served by going into initiative order so we can track everyone's movements.
Here we go.
Let's get to 16.
Brendan Firemaster gets an 11.
Fandango gets an 8.
Klaus gets a 16.
Bjorg rolls a 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've made Authors and Dragons history here tonight. We all fucking clicked our tokens without having to be reminded.
Huh.
That will be the most effective thing we do for the rest of the game.
Somebody tell Jesus now we know what a miracle is.
All right, let's break and go to the questions.
Yeah. Silas and Klaus, both of you roll me a d20.
Klaus rolls a 5.
8.
Jesus Christ, man. What is with you and the 8s? All right. Silas gets slightly ahead of Klaus. All right, Bjorg, you get to start. The walls of the ship are approximately 15 feet from where your rowboat is sitting to make it onto the top.
Okay, so do I have to can I immediately climb, or do I need to jump into the water?
We'll say you are kind of close enough that you can just walk up to the front and grab on and start climbing.
All right, I'll walk up to the front and start climbing. Can I climb up to the top, or do I need to spin around?
Will it be an athletics check?
All right, and that is a 18.
And what's your normal movement speed? I think if
my
you're
movement speed is 40.
okay, yeah, then you can definitely clear that, no problem.
Okay, I'm gonna
And-
move up to about here.
All right, and as soon as you crest the top, give me a fresh perception.
That is a 12.
Okay, with a 12, you can notice the glinting of coins over by a big hole in the deck. And you can also notice some blood splatter.
Oh. It appears that someone has died here.
Oh, well, the rescue mission isn't going well so far, is it?
I mean, we haven't killed anybody yet.
Let's see. Bjorg, you probably still have about 20 feet of movement, honestly, at the least.
Alright, I'm going to move myself closer to the blood spatter to see if I can see where it's coming from. If there's any bodies or anything like that.
Okay. Silas Kane.
I will follow him and try to climb up as well.
All right. What's your athletics? And you're wearing full plate armor, aren't you?
I wish. I'm wearing studded leather.
Oh, okay.
Athletics is 25.
Oh yeah. What's your movement speed?
30.
Okay, yeah, you can get up. And another perception.
Come on, 8. 2.
Yeah, you turn and you look at the ocean and you're like, damn, that is an ocean.
That is a
And you see
mighty
it appropriately. But yeah.
That is a sinful ass ocean.
You have like let's say 10 feet of movement left if you want to do anything with it.
Yeah, I'll get out of the way at least.
Okay. Klaus.
What's this big pole thing to the left? Is that like a fallen mast?
That is exactly a fallen
Johnson.
mast. It is not. I kind of had to jam it into the map. It's jammed into like the area, but it's floating on the ground level. It's not. It doesn't lead up to the top.
Top of what?
The ship.
Oh, right. So if I were to get on that, that doesn't lead me anywhere useful?
It would lead you to the undersection of the ship, but it would not lead you to the top of the ship.
Is that underwater?
You see the little sections that are not as light, but are not
Yes.
underwater? Those would be the undersections.
All right, I'll
So
check
some
out some.
are submerged, some are not.
I'll look for some not submerged undersections. I'd like to hop upon the mast.
Okay, getting across the mast is an acrobatics check.
My specialty. 13.
What is your speed?
30.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity save.
21.
Okay. You get to about here, and your foot slips off, and you almost go tumbling in, but you're able to grab onto a section of jutted mast and keep yourself alight with that dexterity save. So you didn't get very far because you had a poor acrobatics one that made you slip, but you did save yourself without going into the drink.
Nice.
Brandon Thighmaster.
How secure is our little rowboat here? Is it does it have any risk of floating away?
None of you have done anything to secure it to the ship that you have arrived at.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll do the boring stuff. I'll take my rope and secure it as best I can to the mast, I guess. It's the closest thing.
Yeah, we'll say the rowboat has some sort of little hook and little rope thing to the front of it. It's made to be attached, so I just need a survival check.
Survival. 5.
All right, you have tied it.
Yeah, that'll do. I mean, that's how this works, I assume. Man, I am a responsible boat owner. And if I have any movement after that, I will move. If not, I will end my turn.
You probably couldn't really get to the do much climbing from the way we've been running that one, but you could get on the mast if you wanted to.
I'll give that a go. I mean, I'm rolling great.
Acrobatics to get from your rowboat to the mast.
Tie a very loose knot and then backflip onto this piece of wood. For a 24.
You do an amazing spinning backflip for 5 feet onto the mast.
I cared a lot more about one of these tasks than the other.
That is the God's honest truth.
Securing the boat is a great idea, but it doesn't make me look good, so...
Not nearly as awesome. No. Fendingo.
I'm going to use my action to turn into a parrot.
Yeah, a very reasonable move. Give me just 1 minute. I'll go fetch Parrot Fendingo.
Because then I'll have double the movement and same number of spells.
Smart. Aerial advantage. Death from above.
And not drown.
Also, I can get back to the shipburger if our rowboat floats away.
Yeah, that's wise.
All right, don't forget to track how many rounds you've got.
Yeah, I didn't write down how many rounds I get. What do I get?
I guess it'll be a fun surprise when you turn back then.
Guess so.
I believe you get 5 rounds.
Oh, okay. I thought I got like a minute. All right.
I honestly don't remember which one I went with, but we'll err on the side of 5 for now, and we can double check after.
Sounds good. So then I'll use my movement to fly up to the highest point and perch there. I have 60 feet of movement.
Highest point would be pretty much right there, because of just the way the ship is broken. It's sort of tilting a bit on the edges, so the center is the higher point.
All right.
By advantage of slope.
And then I'll look around.
Perception.
15.
You also spot these coins. You think you see a glitter of something deeper in, but you don't have a good angle for that one. And you catch more blood.
I squawk out, they killed a bunch of shit on this boat. I have no idea if anyone can understand me when I'm a Barrett.
Now imagine if someone was to find y'all's boat and the stains upon it.
Well, they aren't blood.
So just to clarify, we haven't found any bodies yet?
No. No bodies, only blood.
Okay.
Old, dried blood. Like, this is not fresh blood by any means. These are blood stains on this wood.
Can we understand Vandingo?
Boy, I don't think you can. I think the rules for this one are you have to be animals to understand each other. That's how we played it.
Yeah.
There might be an item or something y'all could find that could change that up, or perhaps a spell. But by default, none of you speak animal.
I don't get my tongue of the sun and moon till much later on, so...
I mean, by default, we also seldom listen to anything anybody else says, so...
Can Vandingo understand us?
Yes.
Oh, that's something then. I will shrug at him.
Actually, okay, given that Fandango is a parrot, he might be the only one that is capable of rendering a facsimile of speech. So Fandango, I'm going to say... God, I wish there was like a ventriloquism one. Alright, I will give you... this feels appropriate and well suited to you. Give me a performance check to try and manipulate your bird vocal cords into making words.
Fendingo rolls a 23 to say, this boat's fucked up.
Alright, we're going to say with a 23, you get 4 words.
More blood over there.
Squawk! More blood over there! Squawk! There you go.
Jesus Christ, you had the weasel up there with you too?
Why wouldn't I?
I won't
He's looking away.
Alright, so to clarify, just old blood so far, Bjorg.
Okay. So, and where are the coins coming from? They're over there, over the other side?
They are northwest of your position slightly.
Alright, Bjorg is going to head in the direction of the coins just to see if there's like an obvious source of them, like an exploded chest, or if they came up from below deck or something like that. Do I need to do perception again?
Yes, you do. Although for this one, I would say go ahead and give yourself an advantage.
Alright. That's a 15.
Okie dokie. So, Bjorg, now that you are looking directly down into this hole, you can see that there is indeed some
Holy shit.
some treasure.
There's a lot of cash down there.
Squawk! Fucking sweet!
You can kind of make out the edge of a chest, and you can also make out just the tail end of what looks like some sort of clothing and whatnot, but you can't really see it on the map or like through the treasure. So you see like
how far is the drop down?
15 feet, because this is about level with the water. Like it's kind of where Klaus is heading.
Is there a way I can climb down?
Not for nothing, but maybe don't put the heaviest part of us on the part that's closest to the water, and maybe use the big strong guy to anchor.
Right.
So to answer your question, Bjorg, you could attempt to climb down at the edges, or You could attempt to lower yourself down, holding, just doing basically a slow lower. You're a tall guy, but you would still have about a good 7-foot drop, I think, even with your full extension. Again, or you could walk to the sides and try to climb down, or you could just jump and say fuck it.
Yeah, you could Scrooge McDuck it.
It's all up to you. But those are kind of your logistical options, unless you want to bring tools or magic into play.
Bjorg is going to lower himself down and then drop the last 7 feet. I just want to. I'm curious about the clothing that I see.
All right, roll me a acrobatics. Let's see how lightly you can land on your feet.
Not completely shit at acrobatics. That's an 18.
All right, you successfully land without slamming your feet through the bottom of the boat. That is a good one.
Good.
So you find a dead body, and that is where we're going to end your turn.
All right. There's a dead body down here.
Scrock. Fuck. Scrock.
Silas Kane.
I will head over there to the opposite side and cover Bjorg from above. So if anything comes after him or anything steps into view that isn't him, shoot it.
All right, that is a good plan. So that brings us to Klaus, who I'm guessing is going to want to make another acrobatics check.
Well, I'm on the fence. I was thinking about going to explore this below deck place down to my left, but now they say there's treasure. Well, the treasure will still be there. I'm gonna hop down on this the square to the northwest of me.
All right, still an acrobatics for that one.
27.
Oh yeah, that is fine. You hop over, and you land on that section of the underwater area. Roll me a perception.
23. Man, I'm rolling nice tonight.
Yeah, that is a good one. So there's not really a lot still here. Lashed to the side of the wall, you find a broom, an oar, and an old hand sickle.
I think we have all our broom needs covered. I will grab the oar, and I'll definitely grab the hand sickle. You never have too many hand sickles. But the oar, just I'll bring it out and ask if hey guys, do we benefit by having an extra oar?
Brandon Thighmaster.
I had broom. I mean, you say we've got a broom needs covered, but if it's a more spectacular broom, then why not?
Yeah, that's how I felt about the oar.
Yeah, I feel the same way about the oar. I mean, these are good practical things to have.
And the hand sickle. What if we want to be communists?
Yeah, that's true. There's got to be a hammer around here somewhere. I'll hop down after Klaus and investigate the broom.
Acrobatics.
Or I will fall into the ocean and die. Let's see. 18.
18 is enough to hop over.
Sweet.
You can walk over and you want to investigate the broom?
Yeah. Fuck your treasure. What's this broom look like?
Then that is an investigation check.
17. Investigate a shouted broom.
That's awesome.
I'm a broom connoisseur.
Okay, so on the surface, this looks like just a grubby old broom because of all the soot and the salt water. But as you wipe stuff away, you realize this is actually a pretty well-made broom. It's just covered in shit because it's been abandoned here for so long.
Wow. Our life is filled with adventure and treasure. This is fantastic. This makes me feel good. Check out this broom. I'll give it a couple of experimental sweeps.
It knocks some sand and dirt into the air. And roll me a perception check.
5.
Alrighty. Okay, Fandango.
All right. I'm going to fly over until I'm looking and perched to where I'm looking down on the treasure, but I'm on something safe. And then I'm going to cast Mage Hand and start pulling treasure up.
Okay, you are able to pull, I guess, 5 pounds?
10.
That's the Mage Hand limit. 10 pounds?
I can move 10 pounds, 30 feet.
Then we'll say you move 10 pounds of treasure up to the top level of the deck.
Yep.
All right. Bjorg.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had found a body.
Yep. Gonna investigate the body. What do I roll for that?
Investigation.
Okay. Yeah, just see what's up. That is a nat 20.
Man, you fucking rolled this guy. Okay.
Detective Bjorg on the case.
My God. All right. So it is an old, very dead corpse. Again, exposure to sea air makes it hard to tell how long anything has really been dead, but this ain't a recent death. Again, you guys are you don't even know where the rest of the ship is. You're just kind of on the chunk that is washed up here. So yeah, very dead. And you search the body. The clothing is mostly dilapidated. The cloak is still salvageable. It's kind of nice thick material. You can save the boots as well. He has on him a ring on his right hand, a ring on his left hand, and a set of curious-looking goggles kind of hanging off the head.
We have a man down here. I don't know how long he's been dead. He's got some interesting looking shit on him.
Squawk, take the shit. Squawk, loot the body.
Yeah. Does any of the stuff he's wearing look like it might be worth something? Dude's dead. He didn't.
Yeah, as I said, the stuff that I listed is the stuff that has held up. So, given the circumstances, those items must be of high quality because everything else has kind of degraded due to exposure of the sea air.
All right, I'm gonna start relieving him of those things.
Okay, what are you going to start taking?
Boots, rings, cloak. I'm curious, and goggles. The goggles look. Hopefully, the goggles do not do nothing.
Are you putting any of them on as you?
Fuck no, not yet.
Right. Gotta know whether to track bonuses or not.
I'm very leery of just randomly putting on. Actually, you know what? Bjorg's not necessarily that intelligent. I'm gonna pick up the goggles and not put them on, but look, like how when you're holding up eyeglasses in front of your face, and you're looking through them, but you're not putting them on.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I'm gonna do that with the goggles.
All right, and with that, this party finally gets started.
Oh boy.
So.
Squawk, fuck, squawk.
The goggles of doom.
Yeah, Bjorg's about to be possessed by the guy with the stapler from Office Space.
Fucking Cthulhu.
That would be a fun one. Oh, man.
With my stapler.
Well, this is both are going to have advantage.
Oh boy.
All right, 22 and 20.
Oh boy.
Do those both hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
The goggles bite me?
No.
Fuck, we're dealing with a mimic, aren't we? Oh no.
So, Bjorg, the cloak that you ignored flaps up and strikes at you while you are distracted.
Ah!
And it, I believe, is it going to be able to envelop you? Let's see.
That should also set off my ready to action.
I actually think, yeah, I would think that would.
Yes, it will.
So
okay.
You can shoot an arrow at the cloak wrapped around Bjork's head.
Yep. So Bjorg, you have now been attacked and wrapped up by the cloaker. Yeah, it's if the target large or smaller, it attaches. It has attached. All right, we'll say it has to succeed another round before it will get all the way around your head to the blinded, unable to breathe, but it is attached to you. So, Silas, yes, you trigger your ready to action.
All right, I will shoot at it, and I will shoot at it with sharpshooter.
Excellent. Very nice.
2 crits in a row.
Holy shit.
Nice.
No, you only get 1 shot for a ready to action.
Really? Because that's my attack is 2 shots.
Yes, but I don't think it allows you to hold for anything. You have to specify really specifically. But I guess what the hell, 2 crits will let it slide. But generally, I think it's a one-off.
But, all right, let's see.
Yeah, that's too legendary to pass up.
Both
So
will
that's-
hit.
Yeah, so that's 29 and 28. So, what's that? 57 damage?
Is it any coincidence that you get such a high roll when you're tugging one of your allies? I don't think so.
All right. Bjorg, you take 28 damage.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I got it, guys! I got it!
And funnily enough...
That's the only reason you let me get both, you know?
You've lobotomized Bjorg.
okay.
Exactly 69 hit points.
And on that note, so you are also going to have it's going to also have advantage against you, Rick. 24 and 13.
24
And
hits.
since that is setting it off, Brandon, you're taking 2 with advantage. 16 and a nat 20.
That 20 will hit.
And Fandango, you landed.
What
Had
attacked
to.
Brandon? What attacked Brandon?
We have not found out yet.
Can't see it
Okay.
yet.
All right. So Fandango, a 24 and an 18.
Both of those will hit.
Okay, so we're going to go down the line. So 24 is 7 to Fandango. Or, I'm sorry, 7 to Silas.
Gotcha.
13 doesn't hit. 16 and a nat 20 to Brandon.
Nat 20 hits.
Okay. 19.
Ooh.
Fandango, 24 and 18.
Yeah.
Both hit?
Oh, yeah.
All right. 7 and 5, so 12.
Owie.
Don't worry, guys. I did more damage to Bjorg.
Silas Kane, it is your turn.
All right. Can I tell where the attack came from?
It came from behind you. Directly behind you, something hit you.
Okay, so then, what I will do is I will turn, and as a bonus action, I will activate Branding Smite. So the next time I hit, whatever I hit will gleam with astral radiance, basically becoming visible if it's invisible.
Nice. All right.
So I have to hit.
You do have to hit.
These will not be sharpshooters. 15 and a 26.
Let me see.
There's probably something like a 50-50 roll or something to miss.
No, although... Do you take any disadvantage for firing into melee, or do you have the feat that negates that?
I don't know if that feat exists in 5e.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because your lowest
I
roll
thought
is a 15
sharpshooter
anyway.
negated it.
Yeah, I think it does. There's definitely a feat to knock it out, I believe, but not relevant for this one. Yeah, that will hit. But roll me a d20 and guess evens or odds.
I'll say evens. 6.
Okay. Roll up full damage, smite, everything. You connect.
How many hit?
Both hit.
Oh, okay. All right. So the total is 27 damage for the regular stuff, and then 8 radiant damage, and the creature becomes visible, shedding light in a 5-foot radius, and can't become invisible again until the spell ends.
All right. A strange, wispy, weird-looking form takes shape after Silas's arrow strikes it. It's technically visible, but like the way the light gleams off this thing, it just feels very unnatural. It's like you've misted glass.
Look at it. Glass breaks.
I have no idea what these things sound like. Klaus.
All right, is it pretty obvious to me that something has attacked Brandon?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
It's definitely obvious that something's attacking Bjork.
Yeah.
Yeah, me. He's got 2 arrows sticking out of his head.
Klaus rolls a 19.
Yes, you are aware that both Brandon and Bjorg are in battle.
All right. Well, whatever is attacking Brandon is more of an immediate threat to myself, so I will do my best to. I'm gonna attack it with my short bow, and I'm not gonna use sharpshooter because I can't even see it. I'm gonna attack the space where I think something might be.
All right, definitely gonna be disadvantage.
Yeah, 13.
Does not hit.
Well, good luck, Brandon.
It's a hell of a shot. Like, it whizzes
Yeah.
through the air and shatters a board, but, like, it just does not connect with anything because it's got that damn nat 20 on it. Curse you, dice. Always assholes. Brandon Thighmaster,
well-
would you like some revenge?
No, good shot. Providing you were aiming for that board. Okay, how much sand was on the floor while I was sweeping earlier?
There was a little bit. You did stir some up, and who knows, perhaps there might have been an opportunity to detect an enemy early in that moment, but,
Well, I have no way of detecting an invisible, but I can be quite spiteful. So, as far as I'm concerned, if I can't see, no one else can either. So I'm going to deploy my wind stick and use its inherent ability, which is gust of wind, in wherever I thought the attack was coming from. And that is...
Alright.
God, how does gust of wind work?
The strong wind, 60 feet and 10 foot wide, blasts from you.
It's a
Each creature that starts its turn must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so you're just shooting it from behind where you felt your attack come from.
Yes.
Okay, then let us see a strength saving throw. Do you remember the actual name of your item?
Well, let me see if I wrote that down. Hurricane staff.
Okay, cool. Looks like a DC 13. So, ooh, a 10. Okay. Well then. Oh, son of a bee.
Splash.
Not even that. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's toward the end of it. We'll say it's a D10. Steve, roll a D10.
D10. Coming up. There, 2.
Alright, you hear a soft thud and then a splash as you send something hurling directly into that rock.
Nice.
Excellent. I assume that situation is entirely resolved now. Isn't that right, Bjork? Oh shit.
Alright, Vendingo.
All right.
I assume you're gonna fireball Bjorg.
No. Because I'm in the splash zone if I fireball Bjorg. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, centered in the center of the pile of treasure.
Said
So,
Bjorg looks a little too protected to be fireballed right now.
exactly. I don't think it would actually do anything. So yeah, every creature in a 20-foot cube has to roll a Dex saving throw or be outlined in purple light. And then it's not invisible, and all attacks against glowing creatures have advantage.
Alright, I will figure that in a second. Turned, you flew up. I'm trying to think of how long you've been in bird form.
This is the second full turn that I've been in bird form. I turned on one turn, then I turned on one turn and flew to the center of the ship. Then I
Yeah.
flew here, and now I'm here. And then I got the shit knocked out of me, and now I'm here.
Yeah, so you had the one where you flew. Yeah, so this will be your third turn ending as a bird.
Yes.
Okay. That will get... Alright, so Bjorg and the Cloaker will both need to roll.
What am I rolling?
As will me and Silas and our invisible stalkers, or whatever is attacking us.
What do you call it?
Dex save.
Dex save.
Bjorg rolled a 13 on the dex save.
Silas gets a 12.
Fendingo gets an 18.
Alright, what was the...
Your DC is 16, by the way.
Alright. The Cloaker is outlined, Bjorg is outlined, and Silas Kane is outlined.
Is there only...
Oh.
Okay.
Good job. Making visible the people we could already see.
Now Silas can hit Bjorg even more effectively.
Hey, so far I have not shot any of my party members in the head.
No, that's a solid start.
And to try and keep that streak alive, I'm gonna then move. I know I'll take an attack of opportunity, but better that than getting fucking killed. I'm gonna fly over to the top of... Yeah, I'm gonna fly over to the top of this rock.
Wait, was that spell an action or a bonus action?
That spell's an action.
Don't say otherwise you could disengage.
And
Yeah, there's not many spells that are bonuses.
Healing Word is the really good one.
That is the kick-ass one. Alright, Fendingo, you take 7 bludgeoning damage as you fly by.
Squawk! Fuck!
Boom. Alright. So we have a Cloaker wrapped around Bjorg, Silas, Bjorg, and the Cloaker are glowing, and an invisible stalker has become visible. I think that is an excellent point for us to pick up next time on the game portion of Authors and Dragons. But don't worry, folks, because as you know, we are not done quite yet. While we've been playing, Joe's been doing a live blog over at facebook.com/authorsanddragons, and we're going to take questions from those folks in just a few moments. But first, we take the questions from our Discord, associated to our Patreon, patreon.com/authorsanddragons, because, well, that's just how business works, y'all. All right, Rick, why don't we take those Discord questions?
Our friend Corey asks, what is your favorite situation that's come from Authors and Dragons, either in the game or real life?
Authors and Dragons Con Vegas.
Yeah, I gotta put that up there too. Authors and Dragons Con Vegas was really fucking cool.
Yeah, we're yet to top that. Although we might this year. Who knows?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna gamble on that.
yeah, I'm going to say Authors and Dragons Con Nashville.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we're going to go
I'm
ahead
looking
and
to the future.
preemptively name Authors and Dragons Con Nashville, August 6th through 8th at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel. Tickets are available now by going to authorsanddragons.com.
I'm going to predict there'll just be a perfect culmination of moments where Bevin spills his cooler on an electric generator, falls down an escalator, and somehow burns the entire hotel down. There you go. I'm going to say that's going to be the most climactic, dramatic Authors and Dragons moment there has ever been.
I truly think most of the best moments have all been at cons, like when we get to be together and it's that cool experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, as awesome as A&D Con was, and trust me, it was awesome, I'll probably name like when we met down in, when we first met down in Louisiana or New Orleans, only because there was the stress of wondering, what if these guys are all dicks in real life? Or what if they all think I'm a dick in real life? And then the relief of being like, okay, we all don't hate each other.
And then the humor of 5 middle-aged dudes in cargo shorts descending on Bourbon Street.
Yeah. It was like, we look around, we're like, okay, well, they are all dicks, but I like them, so, all right.
I really wish I remember getting cut off at a Vegas bar when I wasn't actually drinking at it.
I have no control over what alcohol this man is consuming, but I feel I must make some kind of moral stand here.
Sir, for the love of God, let me cut you off.
You must stop.
Oh, I only found out about that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, definitely all the life situations have been fun. I think maybe the first Con Carolinas I went to, the first live gig was a real thrill for me. That was kind of, I don't know, guess it made it more real. Something to be said for it's just, we did a podcast, 6 guys in different locations talking to a mic, but actually getting up on stage and doing it in front of people with expectations. It was, that was fun. And
and not fucking failing.
Yeah,
they enjoyed it.
Yeah, the not failing part is always a bonus. That's like a massive relief. It's like, is this going to be as charming if they see this tubby middle-aged man doing this act?
Yeah. and then didn't we do have that comedy panel where it was almost a full room?
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was surprisingly well. As a kind of, as my first experience of doing that. So yeah, that's a memorable moment for me.
Is that everybody?
I think so, yeah.
Think so.
All right. Our friend Seldriana asks, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh boy.
That one that spit the acid at the fat guy in Jurassic Park.
Dilophosaurus, I think.
God damn it, Bevin.
No, I think I was correct.
Yeah. I mean, you weren't wrong. I mean, that is your favorite dinosaur.
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus Flex.
I am fond of one I just recently learned of, which is the Giganotosaurus, which is apparently, it's basically a T-Rex but bigger.
I'm old. I'm old school. I like the pterodactyl.
Yeah, I do like the classic 5 main dinosaurs. I think all the other dinosaurs are just, I don't know, needless combinations of the best ones.
I just like to point out, John, any of your favorite dinosaurs are old school. The fucking dinosaurs.
I mean, it's about as old as
That's
it
fair.
gets.
That's fair. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to go with a toss-up between Triceratops and Stegosaurus, because they're both cool and pointy.
I'll say I was kind of into Spinosaurus before Jurassic Park 3 came out.
Oh, yeah. It's put a stain on the Spinosaurus reputation there. That's true.
No, it hasn't really put a stain on it. It's just kind of made it a fanboy dinosaur.
These damn kids today.
No, I don't know. It's just that whole thing with it swallowing its phone and having its own ringtone. It's like I've lost a lot of respect for that dinosaur.
Yeah, nobody came out of Jurassic Park 3 looking great.
Raptors, I used to think raptors were fucking awesome. Now I saw Jurassic Park 3. What, they're open to negotiations now, are they? Fuck off.
Oh, no, even worse, like they can be taken out by like a 12-year-old with gymnastic abilities.
Yeah, raptors didn't do well after, they went from the clever girls in the jungle.
Clever girls, yeah.
You stupid idiot.
Fucking Three Stooges.
Now I'm just picturing the raptor on a call with their age, just like, Ted, you're fucking killing me, man. You're fucking killing me. What are they writing for us now? This is dog shit. I'm just gonna say it. This is dog shit. What happened to the spinoff, huh? What happened to Raptors? You made a lot of fucking promises, Ted. They're not being kept.
I mean, that's all translated, but realistically, this is a raptor just desperately trying to hold a phone and just go. And that's why they got a shitty contract. So.
Yep.
I can't believe they're having me be outsmarted by a kid covered in Tyrannosaurus piss.
Ted fucked him. Ted fucked him good.
All right, well, here's a little bit of a chance to suck our own dicks.
Hooray!
Our friend Distraction asks, "What is your personal favorite Shingles story, not your own?"
Ooh.
Fuck, I haven't read most of them.
For me, I would say it's a toss-up between Alien Stole My Kegger, because I still love the Tony joke, and Put Your Hand Up My Ass.
Yeah, mine's Put Your Hand Up My Ass.
I think mine's The Murder on Giggle Time Mountain, just because it might be like the least Shinglesy of the Shingles, because it's a straight fucking horror novel. I think that might be my favorite.
Yeah, that does work as you could take the Shingles elements out of it and it'd still be a really solid horror concept.
I don't know. I think the most shingly element is the fact that the murderer smells like piss the whole time. And that was my way of recreating like the
but
subtle warning thing in a scene. Like someone's like, "Hey, what smells like piss?"
But nasally.
or the ripples in water from Jurassic Park.
Yeah. The piss stink.
Which one is my favourite? I've read a good chunk of them. I don't know, each Bevin story just tries to kind of lower the bar on the last one. I recently read Stranger's Thing, and that's just fucking bizarre. If you're a Stranger Things fan, read Stranger's Thing. There's a lot going on there. Got absolute contempt for the source material.
It's a lot of fun. I went through this Russian phase with my Shingles. There's like a couple in a row there with Russians in them.
Yeah, you gave the Russians a hard time. You gave out Demi Moore a hard time. You gave those poor child actors a hard time. I'd like to say, yeah, it's got contempt for the source material, but it comes from a place of love. But it doesn't. It's just
Comes from a place of deep hate.
Yeah. Seemingly deep hatred, or just
I liked Stranger Things.
You wouldn't, but you wouldn't guess that from reading the book.
This is I went where the story took me.
I have to say, I am very curious to read WizKid. I haven't gotten a chance to yet, but ever since Bevin said this one might be the one that's too far, I'm like, well, now I have to fucking check this out.
Yeah.
If that book hates Harry Potter more than Stranger Things hated Stranger Things, then
Oh, it does.
Okay.
No, this one actually does. Like, yeah, there was a vein of hate and contempt in there. Yeah, Stranger Stranger's Thing, I was kind of having fun with the premise, but there are actual, like, kind of criticisms of the Harry Potter series in WizKid, like intentional. I'm firing some shots, but also that's the innocent part. The problematic things are straight shingles.
Well, you'll have to read to find out.
Yeah.
Why are you still listening and not downloading it?
For my favorite, I'll say still Monkey's Penis. I really need to go in and catch up on a bunch of them, but time being short. But WizKid is next up on my reading list.
Well, I hope everybody's taking that as a recommendation to read all of the Shingles novels. How many are there now? It's like fucking 50 of them, isn't there?
No, not quite. I think WizKid was 42.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, let's take another angle on the same question. What's your favorite Shingles that you've written?
Ooh.
I'll go first. For me, it's Action Cadabra. I almost feel like it's sort of just whatever the most recent Shingles I've written is, because this has been a real expedient learning curve on the short story. It's taught me a lot about layering story and like really working stuff into a smaller space. It's been a fun learning experience, but I don't know. I really felt great about Action Cadabra. I was like, this is a fucking good short story.
Again, if you took away any of the Shingles elements, it just stands up as a really solid concept, Action Cadabra. But then again, I am a dude who likes a bunch of different fighters have to fight on an island for supremacy. Any movie where that happens, I'm going to watch it.
And there are several.
Yeah, I thought Action Cadabra was a fun commentary and twist on that very specific genre.
I don't know. I think my favorite to have written. I don't think it's anybody else's in the world's favorite, but I really enjoyed writing Sense and Sensibility and Sasquatch. Just the whole taking a piss out of the classic Jane Austen tale.
Again, of all the things to take a swing at.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one that started it all. Yeah, The Ghost of Hooker Alley. Just conceptualizing Shingles and making it work. And I think it is one of my stronger Shingles, even to this day. But that was so much fun to write, and there were some bits in there that still surprise me if I look back on it.
God, me too.
Yeah, it definitely set the Shingles standard.
Certainly surprising. I was gonna say Put Your Hand Up My Ass was maybe the most favourite Shingles I had written, but I do have a soft spot for Space Werewolf from Planet Sex. Purely because I just had that title and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it, and I ended up making some characters I really liked. So I still really like Darius DeGeneres and his sidekick, and I don't know, I might do something with him again. It was a fun one to do. I thought, where am I going to go with that title? Maybe a werewolf with a porn addiction. And, just it's sometimes fun to just take something and run with it and kind of act surprised when you get to the finish line.
Shingles is a great space for that.
I think my favorite's Jingle My Balls, because there aren't very many times that I have a man drunkenly riding a lawnmower to a strip club or the beer store.
I mean, not many.
Not many. I mean,
Not
I
in
am
the
from
book.
South
In
Carolina.
reality, different story.
Really, that's Friday night.
Yeah, well, shut up. Yeah, that's probably my favorite, because I blew up a strip club and rode a lawnmower to the beer store.
And then he wrote a
What's not to
Shingles
love?
about it.
Exactly.
It's not so much a story as it is a confession.
I'm not going to say exactly how much of Snatched, Grandma Annie, and the Cooter of Doom is rooted in reality, but if we ever make a TV movie out of Snatched, Grandma Annie, and the Cooter of Doom, I can start it off that says based on true events.
Well, I'm looking forward to what Joe has to say.
Can't look. That's all I got. All I can do is say look and get dejected.
I'm still hanging out for necromancers.
Necromancers is gonna happen. It's been a matter of having a really hard. Like I have not written much in the past couple of months for a host of reasons. But yeah, I am still dedicated to getting that one done.
Nice.
All right. Well, Joe, while you're talking, why don't we mosey on over to Facebook and see what kind of questions those folks have been posing?
Okay. Our friend Michael asks, will Steve ever write the Shoot the Dead sequel?
I have started writing Shoot the Dead sequel.
Excuse me, I'd like to answer that. Just kidding.
Yeah, the working title, Ancient Evil and shit, is, I think, 20,000 words into it, so not much. But I'm afraid it's just under a huge pile of other life concerns at the moment, as I think I'm the only author on the crew who still has a real world job where I'm not allowed to write about Cockneys fighting Cthulhu-like monsters. But it's out there, it's conceptualized, along with several other projects chipping at it, one word at a time. When I have something substantial, I'll probably be a lot more vocal about it. Thank you for your patience.
Let's see here. Our friend Misty asks, what is your favorite candy?
Fuck, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't think we've had that one before.
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger's strong. Butterfinger is strong.
100% Swedish fish.
Jesus. It's a wild swing there, Rick.
I will tell you this. If you want to distract me, like, you know, it's like, I have the entire like A&D crew hanging over, like, you know, boiling lava, and Rick's the only one who can save him. But between him and them is a giant bucket of Swedish fish. You guys are all dead.
That does not convince me of your love of Swedish fish.
I think the last time we talked about this was on a Mimic chest, about Halloween candy or something, and you mentioned Swedish fish, and I thought, that sounds awful and stupid. But we didn't have them in England. But then I went to America, tried some, and to be honest, mate, it's like somebody said, let's make a fish-shaped candy, and then just gave up on that concept. It's like, well, it's shaped like a fish, but it doesn't have to be good. We already got the fish part. That's what people want, right?
I'm going to say Cadbury mini eggs.
Strong one.
I'm going to go with Smarties Lollies. The, like, compressed sugar, sour lollipops. I have a bucket of them on my desk.
Man, I'm waffling because, like, I love the Take 5 bars with the pretzel and the peanut and the chocolate, but in my heart of hearts, if it's down to it, I gotta go Kit Kat Big Cat or Kit Kat Chunky, depending on where you live.
Chunky across the pond. They are good.
It's a better proportion.
Yeah. Just imagine being tiny and having a Kit Kat. That's what a Kit Kat Chunky is. Lives that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids fantasy we all harbour in our hearts.
You're not wrong.
Don't know, it was a toss-up there. I was going to say wine gums, because when you guys say candy, we kind of don't class chocolate as candy where I come from. Wine gums are fucking brilliant, and I've since learned you don't have them in America, which is...
I have no idea what they even are.
Yeah, it's terrible short-sightedness. They're just a soft fruit gummy that taste very nice, and they used to have little names of spirits on them, like port and wine. And it's like, well, I'm a child and I'm not allowed booze, but I can still have these candies that prepare me for the world of booze.
Sounds like a hobo dental disease.
Yeah, I know.
Wine gums. Well, trust me, you guys are missing out.
I'm just gonna say, like, you know, you have your alcoholic starter pack gummies there. I don't want to hear my Swedish fish getting any shit. You know, what are my things training people to do? You know, eat your omega fatty acids.
If your fish came with booze, we wouldn't give you shit for it either, but they don't.
When the shitty wine has finally dissolved your teeth.
The choice of Swedish fish is a healthier one, but you know, sometimes I go out on a Friday night and I don't go to a bar and order a bunch of fish. So I think the kind of the wine gums and candy cigarettes option, it was just preparing me for what's good in life. But the Swedish fish did prepare you, because like they don't taste very good and they're just shaped like fish. So it's like, you know, this is your future. You get a good source of omega-3 and won't be enjoyable. I'm not saying that was wrong. I'm just saying I know which one I want to eat, and it's the wine gums.
Here's your wine gums. They taste better. Have fun puking in a gutter.
A horrible name and a horrible future, but delicious.
Looks like you can get them on Amazon, and in fact, I'm ordering a pack right now.
Do it, man. You will not regret it.
I gotta find out now. I'm curious.
I think I'm following your footsteps.
Gotta spread those meth gums.
Maynard's Bassets. Well, that sounds appropriate.
Just ridiculous. Sounds like something Bevin made up when he was doing his Lord Farnsworth impression.
Here's something even better. Norfolk Manor wine gums.
There you go.
Comes in a box. Has a little, yeah.
For when you want your children to be shit-faced in a classy way. But saying that, wine gums aren't actually my favourite candy because I am a chocolate dude. So I'm going to go with a giant Reese's peanut butter cup with little Reese's pieces in them because it must be heroin. Surely heroin can't be much better than that. I don't know. I'll give it a try and get back to you. But in the meantime, giant Reese's pieces, buttercup, whatever the fuck.
Got a pertinent one here. Our friend Bethany says, I'm super excited for A&D Con and have my tickets and hotel room booked. However, I'm probably going to be making the trip alone. Will there be stuff to do for the con for people not in a group?
Well, by being at A&D Con, you are in a group.
Yeah,
that's what I was
honestly,
gonna say.
we had a few people, I feel like, last year who were flying solo, and really they were adopted into clusters of people really, really quickly. It's a very welcoming bunch of people.
We did learn one lesson from the first in-person A&D Con where we did a live game and ran it. The various players were set up and running it. And we sort of randomized the groups, and so that was a good mixing opportunity, but we did it, I think, on day 2. So, we're kind of planning a little better. We'll try to throw that sort of stuff more up front so that there's an opportunity to commingle and mix and meet your other A&D folks. I mean, it's not a huge con by any stretch of the imagination. It's very much the sort of one where there's lots of sitting and talking and getting to know one another.
Yeah.
And I would say worst case scenario, follow us around. I mean, you're paying to come there and see us. We're not going to tell you to go away.
Yeah, we're generally a cluster of welcoming folks. So
now Bob might vanish the minute you blink, but that's not anything to do with you.
Yeah, that's nothing personal. He's just a ninja.
Just go to someone else at random and say, "Do you think Bevin's hot?" And it'll start a conversation.
The way you bring him back is you say, I wonder if anybody would like this free beer. Actually, that'll summon any of us if I'm being fair.
Yeah.
depends on the beer.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll have the ninja smoke bomb though.
That's not what you call a Kirkland Light that's just been bashed on the floor.
I
No, that's what I call a fart.
mean, yeah, the amount and type of smoke I generate depends entirely on what I have for dinner.
Now I really just want to see someone shake a can of beer, crack it into the spray, throw it down, and scream smoke bomb.
Let's not do
Done.
that until we've settled up all of our accounts with the hotel.
Yeah.
Just
Check
run that out there.
post-checkout. That's a post-checkout move.
They'll still have my credit card number. Let's do that in a different hotel.
Yeah, I don't think you've got too much to worry about. I was genuinely impressed by how well people were just kind of getting along together at the Vegas Con. It's like everybody was just combining and
Drunk and
socializing and being drunk and happy. And I thought, oh man, I don't have to do anything here. In fact, I could just fuck off, and these people would still have a great time. But so yeah, I don't think you have much to worry about. And if you kind of think you're socially awkward, welcome to a club. A few of us are.
Sure.
You're in the right crowd.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, what if I get drunk and say something stupid? So what?
Shame. Gonna find yourself on the fucking podcast.
Find wherever the twat waffles are hanging out and just be like, yeah, I'm in the group. I'm a lurker. Nobody's going to question.
Just walk up to Mark, say fuck you, and then he'll know exactly, and you'll be his best friend. It'll be fine.
Now, bear in mind, if it's just an employee with a name tag that says Mark, do not expect these same outcomes.
Like, just say it to everybody, and when somebody responds positively, that's Mark.
Right. That's the correct fuck you, Mark.
Yeah, he's the guy not punching you in the face.
Some hotel employee just sitting in the corner crying, "What did I do? It's my first day."
All right,
Oh
we
God,
can
I
probably
would not
do,
want to be the poor bastard who got us on their first day.
Okay, I've got a good one. Our friend Justin says, found your podcast 2 months ago and have binged it all in that time. I've seen lots of questions about what classes you would like to play, but what D&D class would you never try playing? And I mean, that's a good one.
We've never gotten that one.
I would say the custom Jorcerer or the Sorcerer class.
Yeah, don't think no sex offender class.
I don't think I'm going to play a Jorcerer.
Oh man,
None of you could!
You're not wrong.
but you've got to make a Jorcerer class now.
I'm going to say rogue. I like some sneaking around and tactics and stuff, but just the premise of sneak attack and the way it engages in battle has never been the most fun option for me. So when I do play rogues, I tend to play them badly. So I've kind of just... I don't know. Unless I find a subclass that really calls to me, I don't see myself wanting to play a rogue anytime soon.
I'm gonna say wizard. I mean, I like wizards conceptually, and I have absolutely no problem with them. I don't have beef with wizards, but I'm way too martially minded. I like to hit stuff, and B, the amount of there's a certain kind of quadratic thinking for playing a wizard really well that does not come easily or naturally to me, so I think I would really struggle with it. It could be an interesting challenge, but I probably wouldn't do it.
I'll say,
Interestingly enough, mine would be, I don't know if I want to play just a generic white meat fighter. Just a regular knight in armor with shield and long sword. That has no appeal for me. I want to throw spells and blow shit up, or play gnome monks and punch people in the balls a lot.
yeah, I'll say, even, and it's ironic because Silas has 2 levels in it, but that was more out of necessity. But I've seldom had fun playing Rangers in the past, and I have no real desire to try Rangers ever again.
Yeah, I was also going to go with Ranger, just because they got some cool stuff, but I don't know, if I was going to go for like a woodsy type, I'd be a druid, and then if I'm, I don't know, it's like a druid rogue that's not as cool as either of those things.
A pretty good description, honestly.
To be honest, I don't ever see myself kind of building a character where the class doesn't come second to the, I guess, idea I want to play of a character. So I don't know, as long as it fits with that, whatever I come up with, I don't really care as much, I guess, about how useful I am.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about when John was talking about the fighter. Yeah. Whatever. If I was playing a fighter, I'd still be masturbating and pissing
Jerking
on
off
things.
all the time.
Yeah.
But harder to do that shit in plate mail, Bob. You're gonna have to rig a quick release codpiece.
Well, whatever. I'll make it work.
Yeah,
I have faith.
We're already building this character with spring-loaded cog
It's
piece.
like
writing
one
that
level
down.
in Artificer, so you can make sure that the codpiece opens and closes correctly.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Every time we're building a character from here on out, it's going to be, well, I've got this dumb idea, so how do I make the system work for that? Rather than what class do I do not want to play. But saying that, I guess I can't imagine ever making a wacky character where it's like, oh, you're a cleric. Boo. So maybe it's just not cleric. That's too useful.
Too useful.
I don't know. There's something about being a year and a half into a campaign and suddenly realizing, oh, I'm the only motherfucker left that can cast a spell. I guess I'm the healer. And then just completely veering off your character development to be like, okay, fireball it is.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us on this episode of Authors and Dragons. We will be back next week with an episode of Side Quest, and then again in 2 weeks with more of the game. Until then, bye.
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 Goodbye, friends.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Scrock! Fucking sweet!